Greetings, everybody. Welcome to another meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone who is interested is welcome to join. We will start with our first participant, which is Felicia Chan from Malaysia. Felicia, how are you? Thank you
fine,
for
thank
the
you.
donation.
Good evening, Brother. Yeah. Brother, my meditation progress is good. I have a question tonight. Brother, when
you have to turn off your sound, your microphone, your speaker because it's echoing.
My speaker.
Or lower the speaker, the volume of the speaker. Oh.
Okay. Can you hear me, Brother?
Yes, but there's some echo of your voice. But go ahead anyway. Can you hear me? Okay.
Okay, I can hear you. Can Brother hear me?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. My meditation progress is good. I have a question tonight. Brother, when thoughts arise during my meditation, I remain mindful and do not react. I watch it only, and I feel the thoughts disappear automatically. And I cannot see the thoughts anymore. Am I do it correctly? Or is it because my mindfulness is not strong enough? That's why I cannot see the thoughts anymore?
No, it just means that your mindfulness is strong, so your thoughts stop. Your concentration is strong, so the thought cannot enter into your concentration. If your concentration or mindfulness is not strong, then your thought can enter into your mind. But it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. As long as you don't pay attention to the thoughts, just pay attention to your meditation object.
Okay. Thank you. Is it I do correct, right?
Yes, as long as you remain not reacting and just concentrate on your meditation object.
Okay. When I notice thought disappear like this, I also notice my mindfulness is much stronger during my daily life. I also feel I have become more calm and clear.
That's right. That's the result of your mindfulness. The stronger, the more continuous your mindfulness is, then your mind becomes more peaceful and calm.
Okay, noted.
Very
Thank
good.
you. Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you for your guidance.
Okay,
thank you
thanks
very
for
much.
your donation. Thanks for your donation.
Okay, thank you. This solution included UP. We are
Okay.
grateful for Ajahn teaching. Thank you very much.
Okay. Next, Yobe from New York. Are you in New York or are you in Malaysia now?
Yeah, good evening, Ajahn. I'm still in New York. Next week, Tuesday, I will be back to Malaysia first, and after that, I drive with Felicia Chan. We go to Bangkok next Tuesday.
Good. You have any question tonight?
Yes, I want to know why the person that how come I hear the Suchart said that the person have to 49 days will be rebirth again?
Can you repeat the question again, please?
No, when the person that way, can he rebirth any moment, any second, or they have to wait for 49 days?
Oh, rebirth depends on whether the mind is ready to take rebirth or not. See, if you mean the rebirth in the human form or animal form, then it is, I don't know the time span, how long. There's no such thing as 49 days or anything like that. It depends on the condition of the mind, whether it's ready to take the human or animal form or not. If not, it will exist in a spiritual form.
Okay.
Understand?
One more. Yes. One more question about that. and life. We understood that we have the life and after we are dead. I want to how I can my death coming.
How can you what?
No, how can I prepare for a moment? We don't know where any time, any second we are dead.
You just stay mindful. That's the best position to get ready for death. It's just to be mindful and not react to death when it comes. Just merely know it.
And also we just so far we keep the 5% and not enough for 8%. We still have to enough for those percent now.
You have to practice mindfulness in order to deal with death in a peaceful manner. So you have to practice a lot of mindfulness and wisdom so that you can then let go of your attachment to your body. And you will not have to react when anything happens to your body. Keeping the precept is just not enough. The precept will just help you to practice, to develop mindfulness. But you need to develop mindfulness and wisdom to enable your mind to become peaceful and calm, regardless of what happens to your body.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Next, Belinda from Singapore.
Hello, Ajahn. I'm much better.
Good. You should be better all the time.
Hey.
If you have mindfulness all the time, you'll be better all the time. When you feel bad, that means you're losing mindfulness. Your defilement is taking over your mind when you feel bad. Your delusion, your greed, your hatred will take over when your mindfulness is not strong. But if your mindfulness is strong, then you can prevent the mind from feeling bad, prevent the mind from being attacked by your defilement. So keep practicing mindfulness. It's your armor, your protection, your mental protection. If you have mindfulness, you will not go crazy. People go crazy because they don't have mindfulness. Right? Okay.
Yeah, Ajahn, tomorrow is your birthday. I like to wish.
That's not my birthday. Tomorrow is the future. How can it be my birthday? I'm already born.
No. Yes,
It's my past. My birthday is my past. I cannot go back to my past. Tomorrow is not my birthday.
This is my. Okay, so my birthday was over last weekend. Was so fast. Yeah, right, Ajahn. Yes, good reminder, Ajahn.
Okay.
But still, I would like to wish Ajahn good health. Ajahn live long.
I think you wish yourself better than wishing for me. Not because I don't want it, but I think it will be more useful for you than for me.
I wish I have good health, long life, and
okay, good.
mainly to practice mindfulness, Ajahn.
Yes, good.
So that I do not want to have a long life and gone crazy. If I have a long life but I'm not healthy mind, not a good life. Not a life.
You need mindfulness, and then your life will be healthy and happy.
And hopefully.
Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn.
All right. Next, Gary from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajahn. No questions for me. Just happy listening in. Thank you.
Okay. Kafai Lim from Malaysia.
Good day to you, Ajahn. I have no question today. Thank you.
Kwan Liman from Malaysia also.
Good evening, Ajahn. I have no question today. Thank you.
Okay, Kok Seng from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajahn. No questions at the moment.
Okay, Philip, where is Adeline?
Good evening, Ajahn. Adeline is in another room listening.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, I think she's putting the kids to sleep.
Okay, what time is it in Malaysia now?
It's around about 9:15 like that.
9:15. So you're 1 hour ahead of me. Huh?
Yes.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
Same time like in Singapore.
Correct. Wait. Adeline is here.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, she's coming. Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good.
Put the kids to sleep already?
No, not really. He's trying to go to sleep now. I just come to pay my respects first. And
Okay.
then, I'm listening inside the room.
All right. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Good night.
Good. Any question from you, Philip?
Yes. Ajahn, I just want to this maybe from my understanding between the 8 precept and the 10 precept. Why did they split the 7 and 8 in the 10 precept? Is it
the 10 precept is for ordained, for novice. Novice don't need to have money.
okay?
Money, monks or novice don't have to have money. So the precept become 10. The 8 precept is actually 9 precept, combining the 7 and 8 together.
Okay. But the focus is still the same, right? The intensity of basically the 7 and 8 when they combine, right? It doesn't matter, right? Or is
what do you mean by it doesn't matter?
No, because I mean the 8 precept. Why did they combine it together and then the 10 precept they split it?
They don't like that the number 9, I guess. So
okay. There's no particular reason.
No, maybe the number 9 is not a good number for some reason. So they say let's have the 8 number instead.
Okay. I thought it's just a practice because I thought they need to.
So the 7 it's actually 7 and 8 together combined.
Yes. Yeah.
And the 9 and the 10 precept becomes the 8 precept, the 8. And the 10 is the of carrying money or possessing money. As a monk or as a novice, you don't need to have money. You don't have to go buy food or pay your rent. But if you are a lay person, you still have to pay rent, pay taxes, and pay your bills. So you have to have money.
Yes.
So you cannot keep this precept of not possessing or carrying any money with you.
Yes.
That's all.
Understand.
But later on, the Buddha relent to some request that some monks might need some money to buy some things that they cannot get from dana. So the Buddha said, okay, you can have some money, but you cannot keep it. You have to have somebody keep it for you. And you cannot spend it, buy things by yourself. If you need anything, you have to have somebody else buy it for you. You cannot go shopping in the shopping mall as a monk. But if you need some computer equipment or something, you can ask one of the person, the money holder, to go and buy the things for you.
Okay. Understand.
And you must not consider it to be your money. It is the lay person's money. Put in trust with somebody as a trust. If that somebody distrusts, then you cannot go and sue him for the money because it's not your money.
Okay.
You just have to look for a new person to look after your money.
Understand.
Okay.
Okay. Understand.
All right.
Thank you.
Christine Coe from Penang.
Good evening, Long Paul. I have one question. I noticed Katina, most of the temple did chant ask for forgiveness. Is that any meaning, special meaning?
When they chant this forgiveness?
devotees ask for forgiveness from Sangha, then Sangha say you all are forgiven.
It's a ritual just to indicate that if the lay people did something wrong, they want to ask forgiveness. So they just do it as a formality now more than actuality, because you might not have done anything wrong to the Sangha, to the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, but you still do it as a form of ritual. That's all.
Okay, through this Zoom meeting, I ask forgiveness for Long Po, intentionally or unintentionally, through thought, speech, or action. Ask for forgiveness.
This room have no ritual, so you don't need to do it here.
Okay,
If you didn't actually do anything wrong with me, then you don't have to do anything. You don't have to ask for forgiveness. How can I forgive you when you did nothing wrong?
Maybe intentionally or unintentionally, wrongly speech or the thought.
Okay. Okay, accepted. You forgive.
Thank you, Long Po.
Your confession. All right, next, Anura and Ramya from New Zealand.
Can you hear me?
How are you? Good?
Good,
Very
for
good.
you
now?
Yeah, it's
4 o'clock in the morning.
No, 2 o'clock, 2:15 in the morning.
2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So the
6
Tangajan,
hours.
yes, my mindfulness is good. I think it's good enough. So going to work, trying to be mindful all the time. So
Stay calm. Stay
calm and still
don't react emotionally.
Yes,
Use rationality.
So having been in the retreat for long, seclusion, that helps a lot. So now I understand why Buddha has recommended seclusions, stay alone.
Seclusion, yes.
Yeah. So, Tangajan, so I have a question, just sharing merit. So when we share merits with dead relatives, do we need to say it, that I'm going to share my merits with this person, or even if we think and share the merit, would that be correct as well, or do we need a Sangha to share the merits?
Oh no, according to the Buddha, you share merit to the departed person who happens to come and ask for your merit. If they don't come, then you really don't have to share any merit. With the living people, you don't share merit. They have to make merit themselves. Because the merit that you share to the departed is a very small amount.
Yeah, true.
And if you're alive, you can make merit yourself and have much more merit than having somebody to share the merit with you. So it's only for helping the departed, the sharing of merit, because they could not make any merit when they die.
Yes, yeah.
So sometimes they might run into difficulties and they need some, like running out of money. So they have to come and ask from you. Money is called merit in the spiritual world.
So they come and ask me, is in a dream, or it's
usually in a dream, or if you have this psychic ability, you will be able to even communicate with them directly.
Right.
Then they will tell you if they need anything.
So we don't have to verbalize. We can just think and share the merits.
Just think in your mind that I like to share this merit with my parents who passed away. Whether they need it or not, it's just in case. You might do it just in case. Because they might not be waiting for the merit. They might be in somewhere where they don't need the merit. Because they had plenty of merits themselves. It's only one type of spiritual being that comes and begging for merit. Because the preta, the hungry ghost. That's all. Because when they were human, then they were careless. They didn't care about making merit.
Mm-hmm.
So when they die, they have no merit with them. So without merit, the spiritual being will be hungry, unhappy. So sometimes they have to come and ask merit from their relatives.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if they don't come into your dreams or actually in some way of contacting you, then it probably means that they are not really waiting for your merit. But if you want to share it anyway, you can do it. No one to stop you from doing that. Every time you make dana, you can share this merit from dana.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Ajahn. Do you have a question? Yeah.
Morning, Ajahn.
Go ahead, I can hear you okay.
Yeah, to practice insight, do we have to keep the mind first doing samatha?
Insight is the ability to see the Four Noble Truths and the three characteristics of existence. You can practice anytime when you're not meditating by studying the nature of things, like your body. Is my body permanent or not permanent? Is it anicca or anicca? Then you can get the answer. Yes, my body is not permanent. It's anicca. Is my body under my control all the time? No. Sometimes you can control your body. Sometimes you cannot. Like your health, you cannot control it. You can sometimes the body can get sick. Sometimes the body can feel painful here and there. If you cannot control it, then what can you do? You just have to learn to live with it.
Yeah.
Because if you have any desire to change it and you cannot change it, then you're creating dukkha in your mind. And then that is much more painful than the pain in the body. So this is insight. You can do this all the time if you have the ability to investigate and to teach your mind these three characteristics of existence. Not just your body, everything else around you, they all have these three characteristics of existence. They rise and cease sooner or later. They are all temporary.
So that's day to day.
Everything that you're involved with, they are anicca. But sometimes you don't think it that way. You think, oh, they're gonna outlast you. But sometimes you outlast them.
Yeah. Isn't it, Tanga, is it easier, I think, is to always think that I could die anytime?
You can die anytime, you can lose things anytime. You can lose your house, you can lose your key, you can anything. Things that you have in your possession. You don't know when you're gonna lose it. But you will lose them all eventually at death. But before that, you might lose some here and there, now and then. So if you don't want to have any dukkha, then you have to tell your mind to be ready for losing things. Like you might have to lose your husband sooner than he losing you once. This is something you have to consider. This is what we call insight. Everything. The body and your feelings and your thoughts, your emotion, they are temporary. They rise and cease.
Okay. Thank you, Tanga.
You just have to understand and let go of your attachment as well. Don't attach. If you don't attach, then there will be no dukkha. That thing comes and go by themselves. But if they're still under your control, then you can do something. Like your body, right now, some part of it you can still control. You can still eat, you can still breathe. But maybe one day you might not be able to eat, then they have to feed you with a tube.
For body contemplation, we have to calm the mind first.
And accept, then the mind will be easily accepting the truth of anicca. But if your mind is not calm, your defilement will resist the truth and want to fight and want to do something. against the truth.
Mm.
Then you're creating stress because you have worry, anxiety, and so forth, worrying about your body.
Mm.
But if you accept, then you just let it be. If it's gonna happen, let it happen. You do your best, look after it as best as you can. But if anything should happen to it, then just let it be.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
Then there'll be no dukkha, no stress.
true. Yeah.
All right, this is insight. You can do this all the time, but the problem is, if you don't have enough calm, you will not be able to accept the truth that you study.
Yes.
So it will be useless then.
Yeah.
Without calm, you cannot use insight properly to keep your mind calm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Ajahn. So wish you all the good happy
Okay,
birthday,
thank you.
long life,
Thank you.
and health.
Yeah,
Thank
long
you.
life, as long as it lasts.
Okay. So.
So.
Okay, Ubeka, Alfredo from Brazil. You got a new president. Are you happy with the new one?
No, but a communist president. A
Huh?
rogue president.
Lula, I think.
Bad president. Bad.
Oh, really? I thought he was a good.
Very, very bad. Here, hope things. What name in English? Here, metralhas. Here, he get off things, other people's. Hope.
Okay.
Not gain honestly. Not honestly.
Dishonest.
Dishonest. Very dishonest. He's a presidiary.
Corruption.
Very corruption.
Corrupted. Very corrupted.
He was in
jail. He was
jail. He gave to poor people, but is not it's a lie, né, Bante? Not gave to poor people.
Give to poor people to get the vote, but then he gave most of the money himself.
Yes. The very friends, Buddhist friends. Now I'm not more friendly with Buddhist friends, but he likes because he's communist. Because but the communist is okay in Buddha's time, né? Now communist is not okay. Materialist with communist is not enjoying. Is not enjoying.
Okay.
Communist is good with not materialist things, né, Bante? Is very bad. Is Nietzsche, né, Bante?
Yeah. 4 years, right? After 4 years, you can vote him out again.
I think more, viu, Bante? More 4 years, and he robbed a lot. Is very bad. Brazil, French is communist, né? Argentina communist. Many countries is communist. It's very Venezuela communist. It's very bad things. It's very bad.
But they still have election, don't they? So they can be democratic communists.
Yes, very bad. Bon, but I am a Buddhist thing. I am a Samadhi people.
Okay, no problem.
Probably yes problem. The inflation, né? The bills is more high, né? But the bills,
you have to pay more taxes.
Yes, more tax.
That's what you don't like.
Yes, it's not good.
Okay.
But it's the life, né? But the life.
Think of it as dana. Think of it as charity. Paying taxes is charity.
Yes. Charity.
Give the money to the poor people.
Yes. I help poor people a little. I help.
Okay.
Today I help 1,000 reals.
I see.
Uh,
Good.
two things to my teacher to
Okay.
to pay the bill.
Very good.
Yeah, I help a little. I help.
Yes, it's good. So you don't mind paying higher taxes then?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
But the important is practice, né, Bante? Is sati, né, Bante? Is samadhi.
Sati.
Panha.
Equanimity.
Sila, né, Bante?
Ubeka is very important.
Upeka.
If you have ubeka, then you don't mind which president you have, what president you have.
Yes. Nekama, not problem.
Okay. Good.
Good.
Keep smiling.
Yes.
Okay. Next, Willie from Indonesia.
It's 1 year your birthday, Bante.
Tomorrow.
Nossa, other day your birthday.
My birthday was 75 years ago.
Oh, Bante.
I was born 75 years ago. That was my birthday.
I remember your birthday yesterday. Few time.
Okay.
I remember.
Okay, good.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Willie from Indonesia.
Good evening, Ajahn. I would like to ask about what should we do if we need to clean a room, but there are a lot of ants in it? Because sometimes we need to do the mopping and wiping, but then, I mean, although we have swept away the ants, but some ants will die when we do the mopping and sweeping. So any practical way in doing that?
Yeah, don't mop near it, that's all.
So
mop where there's no ant. Where there's ant, just leave it alone.
Okay, because sometimes, especially if the floor is dark in color, it's like, although I have tried to avoid the ants as much as I can, but eventually I see like some ants will die eventually.
And that's because you're not mindful enough. If you're mindful, then you watch every mop movement. Every time you move your mop, you have to look whether there's ants or not.
Yeah, I have tried to do that, but I mean sometimes because the color of the floor is dark, I mean it's difficult to see the ants.
Then don't mop, just use a broom and just to.
So just, I mean, we just need to choose like let it be dirty rather than we might kill some.
No, you can clean the room without mopping. You can use a brush or something to brush the floor with. Like I'm not sure what you call it. It's
okay.
You don't have to mop. You can use a broom instead, and then you can clean the room. Maybe not perfectly like mopping, but at least it's clean enough.
I see. Okay, so just leave it with the sweeping or brushing only. I mean, rather than we might kill some ants along the process, right?
Or you can use your hand to wipe the floor with, so you are closer to the floor.
Yeah, I have tried to do that, but I mean, I use my hands to wipe the floor, but then when I see the cloth, there will be some ants died along the process, although I don't intentionally kill the ants. So I think, is it better to just skip the mopping process, or I mean, yeah, how is the practical way to do
Well,
that?
if you don't want to hurt the ant, then you have to, you cannot mop, because every time you mop, you hurt the ant.
Yes, yeah, that's what happens.
Don't you know how to prevent the ant from getting into your room?
I don't know how to avoid that, because it's like the ants is everywhere. I mean, at the corner of the rooms, and it's like I think they are nesting in the room. So I don't know how to avoid the ants from coming.
Yes. Then you just have to learn to live with the ants.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, just clean it. I mean, although it's not perfect, but then rather than killing the ants.
This is vipassana. You know what vipassana? Anatta. The ants are anatta.
Yeah.
The ants are like the weather. You cannot get rid of the weather. You learn to live with the weather.
Yeah.
So you learn to live with the ants.
I see.
If you have equanimity, then you can live with the ants.
Yeah.
But if you don't, then your desire to get rid of the ant will make you feel agitated.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay, you can use vipassana. This is the way to develop wisdom. Do it in a profitable way. Do it when things happen. When things cause your mind to be agitated, you can use vipassana to calm your mind down. If you see everything as anicca or anatta, can you do that?
Yeah,
The
I will
end is
try
an
to.
anatta. You cannot force it to go away.
Yes.
So then you just have to leave them alone. But you don't
Yeah.
want to leave them alone because you want to clean your room. You want to mop your room.
Yeah.
So your desire to mop the room is causing you the stress, the agitation, not the end. If you just stop your desire to mop the room, then you won't have any agitation and no stress.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
I mean, I'm given a task to maintain a room, but then there are a lot of ants in the room. So yeah, I'm thinking, can I just, I mean, I cannot clean it thoroughly, but then yeah, I don't want to kill the ants.
So just clean when you can. When you cannot clean, then don't clean it, that's all.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, Thầy Ajahn.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Next, Alvin Lee from Malaysia.
Ajahn, good evening, Ajahn. Ajahn, regarding Christine's question, right, asking for forgiveness. I mean, just wondering, when you already do something bad on the person, even though you ask for forgiveness, the karma is still with you, right? I mean, the vipaka will come.
Yes, the karma with you. What you don't get is the revenge from the person that you have done something to that person. If he or she forgives you.
But you can't wash away the results, right? I mean, the action.
No, if you kill, then you will have to become an animal or something. Yeah. If you do bad karma. If you break the precept, then you will have to pay the consequence of the breaking of the precept. But you might not get revenge from the person that is affected by your bad karma if you ask forgiveness from that person. If that person forgives you.
But
like if you stole some money from that person and you go ask for forgiveness, if he forgives you, then he won't go after the money that you stole. So you say, okay, you can have the money, and he won't be angry at you if he forgives you. But if he doesn't forgive you, then you have to give him back the money. But you still go to jail for stealing the money.
Yeah.
You can still be a cat in your next life when you're born. You won't be a human being because you have acquired the habit of a cat, of an animal, to say things that don't belong to you. This is the nature of animal.
So the results will be the same, right? The thing is, it's only in this mundane world that the person forgive you and don't ask back from you.
Yeah,
and the person that forgive you will create good karma as well, in a way. Right?
The person who forgive you will not react, will not hurt you for what you did.
Yeah.
But you still have to pay the consequence of stealing by becoming a cat or a bird or a dog, because you steal for your survival. For instance, you steal for food. The dog or cat steal food for their survival. They don't ask permission first, right? Can I have this food or not?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to maintain human, then you have to ask permission first. And if you're not given the permission, then you don't take what is not given to you. Then you can maintain your human nature. But as soon as you steal, then you are losing your human nature and taking up the animal nature instead. Just even if people who you steal from forgives you, but they cannot change your animal nature, because you might do it again next time when nobody's watching you.
Yeah. So Tanajan, it's like what Christine was mentioning, like a lot of Buddhists chant this Kaina Vacha Chitina Pamadaya Maya Kata.
It becomes a ritual, just a ritual.
Just a ritual, right?
Yeah, because you actually didn't do anything to anybody. Especially when you go to the temple, you're very careful, right? You don't want to.
Yes.
But people just paranoid, maybe. They're just paranoid. They want to forgive everyone if they haven't done anything wrong, you know. They don't want to go to hell. They don't want to be born as animal. So they ask for forgiveness. But if you do something unintentional, then it's not considered to be a bad karma. It's not breaking the precept. If you happen to take somebody's because maybe you think it was you or given to you once, then maybe it was some misunderstanding. Then this is not considered breaking the precept of stealing, because you have no intention to steal. You thought it's given to you or belongs to you. Maybe you wear somebody else's shoe because you think it was your shoes, you know. Because you go to temples, you take off your shoes, right? There are lots of shoes that are similar, and you might wear somebody else's shoe and thinking it's your shoe. Then this is not breaking the precept, because you don't have any intention of taking anybody's shoes.
You accidentally wear a real one away and your fake one you left behind.
I have people wearing my slippers sometimes. They take my slippers away. And I end up with the slippers. I say, okay, it doesn't matter. You can have mine and I can have yours. Because I don't know where you are now. The man who took my slippers somewhere already back into his scooty. So it's only left one pair for me. So I assume this is mine. It happened, especially in the temple, because we wear the same type of slippers. That's why sometimes we have to put marking on the slippers. I put some thumbtacks on my slippers, so I know that this is mine. Colorful thumbtacks, like green or red. So I know that which one is mine, which one is not mine.
So at the end of the day, it's intention, right?
Intention, and actually the act also. The act, but acting without intention, then it's not considered breaking. But you can still be accused of stealing. You know. Then you have to maybe explain the reason. Maybe if they understand, and maybe they accept. Okay, this is a misunderstanding.
Okay, one more hypothetical question, Tanajan. Say, what happened if you drive recklessly? You drive.
Can you speak louder? Cannot hear.
What happened if you drive recklessly, and you have no intention to kill anyone, but you drive recklessly, but you know that driving recklessly there is a risk that you might hit into somebody. Intention to kill is not there, but your action of driving recklessly, you know, might end in an accident or something.
Well, this is a very hard question to answer, you know, because being reckless is already considered an intention. You know that when you drive, you have to be careful. And you drive recklessly, then it means you have intention to hurt other people. Because you know by being reckless, you will eventually end up hurting other people.
That's true, yeah. So the intention is there, so potentially you can hurt people, right?
Or maybe when you drive and you become distracted, Somebody call you and you pick up the phone, and then somebody just happened to cross the street, and then you just hit that person. And this is not intention, but you become distracted.
Yes.
That's why they have law now prohibiting you using the phone when you drive. So there are some gray areas which I cannot answer whether it's right or wrong. It's somewhere in between.
Yeah, true. Yes.
But the law come up will decide for sure without you have to try to figure out. It's automatic.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Okay. Next, Galaxy A5, A20. Where are you from? Mechi? Oh, Piksuni, I'm sorry. Good. Can you unmute? Okay, good.
Okay.
Speak louder. You just maybe turn off your video. Galaxy A20, you have to turn on your video back on. You press the wrong button.
Let me.
You just went out, disappear. Okay, back on. And now turn on the switch, the mute, the microphone. You know, it's okay now, you can speak.
Namodaya Ajahn.
Can you speak louder or closer to the microphone?
Okay, no.
Totosia di mana?
Namodaya Ajahn, can you hear? Namodaya, Beauty.
Okay, let me turn on my volume. Go ahead, speak.
No, Ajahn, my name is Pasika Sriyadita from Indonesia.
Pelan-pelan.
Yes. What can I do for you?
Apa yang bisa saya lakukan untukmu?
Now I still practice chanting Buddha. How to practice with the right way?
Meditation or what?
Meditation.
Dengan perhatian yang penuh.
Chanting Buddha inside or with speak loud?
When you meditate or when you do something, if you when you're not sitting, you're doing things like eating or walking or running or doing things that you don't need to think, then you can keep chanting Buddha, Buddha, Buddha.
Oh, setiap orang melakukan kegiatan, terus tetap chanting Buddha in my heart.
In my heart, chanting Buddha in my heart.
To stop your mind from thinking. The goal is to stop thinking.
Maksudnya baca di dalam batin, tapi nggak ada pikiran. Jangan sampai ada pikiran. Mohon bimbingan Ajahn.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn.
Please guide me.
Please guide me.
And the same thing when you meditate, when you sit down and close your eye, keep chanting Buddha, Buddha, Buddha. Stop your mind from thinking.
Lu tanya lo perlu nggak pada saat napas masuk Bud, napas keluar Buddha.
If anapanasati
breathe in,
Bud, and out do or not?
You can do either way. Just watching the breath without Buddha, or you can use Buddha with the breath. It's up to you.
Terserah kamu. Kamu boleh lakukan juga.
Can use
both. You can use just Buddha, Buddha without watching the breath, or you can use the breath without using Buddha, or you can use Buddha with the breath. 3 ways.
Oh, ada 2 jalan. Dengan melafal Buddha ada melihat nafas, dengan nafas ada melihat Buddha. Apakah kita perlu merenungkan sifat Buddha pada saat itu? Can I recollection the Buddha?
Can I recollection the Buddha
when I reciting
in my mind?
Yeah, when I reciting Buddha, Buddha, Buddha.
You can do this all the time, even when you're not sitting in meditation. You can do it all day. The more you can do it, the stronger will be your mindfulness. And when you meditate, you'll become more successful in your meditation.
Oh,
yes. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Ajahn.
Okay. Okay. You're welcome. Next, Cake from Penang. Cake, yes.
Ajahn, good evening. No question today, Ajahn.
Okay, we'll go to Sweden check from Vancouver.
Hello, Ajahn.
How are you? Oh, okay. I'll come back to you later, Mandy, but Sweden check.
Yes.
Sure.
Go ahead. I miss you just now. Go ahead, Sweden check if you have any question.
I thought you're going to Mandy first.
Okay, I'll go to Mandy first. Okay. Back to you, Mandy. Okay. Mandy, you can go ahead.
Thank you. I don't have any questions for today. Just glad to be here. Thanks.
Okay. Okay, now back to you, Sweden check. It's like volleyball, or ping pong.
I don't never cease to amaze me with your analogy. You have countless analogies. Never. I'm always amazed by how many you have.
Makes life interesting. See, you give the analogy. You know, it doesn't become boring when you have put life as an analogy with everything. Then you know.
And the Buddha does that a lot too. I think he does a lot. He gives a lot of analogy as well.
Yeah,
The Buddha.
It makes the picture clearer. See? The concept might be difficult to understand, but once you put in an analogy, then people can see. Oh yeah, I can understand.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And I heard a new one from my friend, my good friend. It's from the Thai people. And the Thai talk. I think it was Dr. V.
Dr. V.
Yeah. I think they asked you about some conversation about the Chula Sala in the Sala in
on the mountain.
Yeah, and Dr. V asked you about visit from Longtam Mahabua, and you said it's like a franchise. A Longtam is a franchisor, and he comes to check on the franchisees.
Right, whether you maintain the standard of the company or not, the franchise or not. Like McDonald's, they usually send people to check.
Yeah, I thought that's really funny. That's a really good analogy about
That's exactly what he did. He went to visit most of his students' temples to make sure that they maintain the standard that he established for them. If they don't, he'll give them a lecture if they start to deviate from the standard that he established.
Wow.
Especially like construction work. Everywhere he goes, he will talk about not to do any construction work, not unnecessary construction work, or do as little as possible if it's necessary, because the construction work can ruin the meditation work.
Oh.
So he's very, very, very keen, very careful. He's very insistent on this. Every time he talks to monks who are not living with him anymore, he will always mention this. Be careful, don't do too much construction work. But they end up building a lot of JDs. Even though he told them not to build any JD for him before he died, and they still kept building it. I don't know why. This is out of respect for him. They have to have something to commemorate of his greatness. So they have to build big pagodas.
So he said no, he doesn't want the chair.
That's right. He said that before he died.
Oh, he said that. Oh.
But then his student built so many for him.
I think sometimes the love have a lot of love for the teacher.
So that was just a way of sort of showing your ability to collect money from people.
I
Raise
didn't
money,
know
fundraising. You have
fundraising.
lots of followers, so you can raise a lot of money.
I didn't know Long Ta actually visit like all the students like
Not all of them, but some major students. He sees some potential in them, and he'll go and check, make sure that they maintain the ability to follow his teaching, his path, his way of. But he didn't say that actually when he goes, I'm here to check on your. but you know, between two wise people and they know each other without having to talk. What am I here for?
Oh, he doesn't, he come and visit, but he doesn't say, and he just.
And he never said when.
Oh.
So you always have to be ready for inspection. And you always have to be there. If every time he comes and he doesn't see you there, and you say, "Oh, you're going someplace else, doing something else."
So it's really cool. Your analogy is really so suitable, like so good, Ajahn, about the franchisor and franchise. Because I think the franchisor, when they check on you, they might be also I know there's a mystery shopper, like sometimes like people
they go in and buy a thing to check on the service of the company, of the stores, but then how is the customer service? When you act as an evil customer to see how they react to
But then sometimes like monastery need like kuti for the monk as well, so they will have to build. But
if there's reason, yes. But then there also has to be what we call moderation or what the appropriate number, not just keep building and expanding, and maybe that can also harm the seclusion, because so you want to make sure that you don't have too many.
you have to maintain the balance. Huh?
Yeah, you don't want to keep the kuti very close to each other. You want to have a distance apart so that the occupant of each kuti will not affect the other ones.
Yeah, okay. Oh.
So you have to also think of the seclusion factor. And also whether you can control the number of people in the monastery or not. Because the more numbers, then the harder for you to control them, to check on them.
Yeah.
Oh, he wanted to have the quality.
Sometime Mahabu, he walks around the temple almost every day, even sometime at night, to check whether we are practicing or not.
Wow.
If he found out that we keep sleeping and not practicing, he will ask us to leave his monastery.
Oh.
So this monastery is not for pigs to sleep and eat.
He's very direct, Ajahn.
Yeah.
Stern and direct. Does Long Dhamma, like did it mention that he has psychic power or no? Or is it Ajahn Man, right? It's Ajahn Man.
Ajahn Man, yes. Usually Ajahn Man will never tell anything about himself directly, but he tells it through his teaching. And you also have to observe. But never directly confirming, oh, I have this psychic power, I can read your mind. Something like that.
Yeah.
But he'll talk about Ajahn Man's ability. Yes, Ajahn Man can read other people's mind. Ajahn Man can contact the devas once. But as far as for himself, he won't say anything about himself directly. But he might tell you stories, and you can maybe conclude from the story what he's trying to tell you. Something like that.
Yeah.
And then just questions to practicing mindfulness. So in order for us to success to be mindful, we need to practice like the 4 Itipada.
No, you just practice mindfulness. Just stay mindful all day long. Don't be distracted by the other dhammas. They are not important. Don't run away from mindfulness. Mindfulness is what you need to do. And if you practice mindfulness, then you will have the Itipada come automatically. If people are being distracted by the defilement, they try to pull you away from mindfulness and let you pay more attention to other dhamma, which is not important. The real important is the mindfulness. That's why people study the Abhidhamma, study everything, but not mindfulness. Only one thing you need to study: how to develop mindfulness, how to maintain continuous mindfulness. They don't do this. They don't study. They don't do. They don't get anything from the study. They know a lot of things, but this thing that they know cannot use to get rid of their defilements. It's only the mindfulness that will be able to help with the help of wisdom to get rid of your defilement. Even wisdom alone cannot do it. But right now you have a lot of wisdom. You listen to lots of Dhamma talks. You know about lots of Dhamma, but you can still not get rid of your anger. You cannot still get rid of your greed, your sadness, your anxiety, your worry. That's because you don't have mindfulness to give you equanimity. So I think all practitioners are usually being lured away from the real thing, the real practice of mindfulness, and go think about other practices. That's why you're not getting anywhere. Without mindfulness, you're not getting anywhere.
Yeah, okay.
Just stay mindful all the time, that's all. Don't let your mind go to the past or to the future. Keep it in the present. And think as little as possible. If you don't need to think, don't think. Think only when you have to think.
One quick question. Like, in order to be human, we have to keep 5 precepts. Like of course, like humans, sometimes they break the precept. Is it just once or twice, like they cannot be human, or it's just like cumulative?
Cumulative. Gradual. You become 90% human and 10% animals. Until you break the even point, then you start to become more animal than human.
Oh, that's the level. Okay.
That's the breaking point. 50-50 is the
breaking point.
When you start to go 51-49, then you start to become more.
Oh, is it like, some people like human body but animal mind and
The reason why we take the human birth is because our karma at an even point. The good and bad karma are about the same, 50-50. So the good karma cannot send you to heaven, and the bad karma cannot send you to hell. So they put you back into the human realm.
Oh.
As when you're born, you're 50-50. But then you start to do karma, sometimes good or bad karma. It depends on your nature, I guess, your past. If you used to do bad karma, then you continue to start doing more bad karma once you start to grow up. If you used to do more good karma, then you continue to do more good karma than bad karma.
Yeah. Oh.
Just now you clear my another doubt, Ajahn. Like you talk about the second precept, the stealing. Like you said the animal they take without asking. Yeah, I always wondered like how come like if you break the precept you become animal. I never thought of it. The second one that's also one of the animals' nature that they take things without asking.
Permission. They kill also they kill for their survival.
For survival. Oh. And,
so if you have a occupation of killing pigs and chicken for your occupation, then you are really actually becoming an animal.
And like if animal can speak, they would lie for survival, right? Ajahn? That's their nature.
Right. That's right. They can speak.
Oh, that's why you become animal. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
Because you break the 5 precepts there. See, the 4th precept, humans usually have couples. They have husband and wife and family. But animals, they don't have family. They can just have sex with anybody that they want to. So if you do this as a human, then you're actually following the animal example.
Yeah.
But if you stick to just your own spouse, then you are human. But as soon as you start to run around and play around with everybody, then you're becoming animal. You're becoming like dogs,
Yeah. That you help me like that makes a lot of sense now. To me. Yeah. No, thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Next, Evie from Indonesia, Medan.
Halo Ajahn, Namo Buddhaya Ajahn.
Are you a dog or are you a human?
Now it's a human, but my past life, I don't know.
Your future life, you also don't know.
I also don't know, but I just do the good now. Only do good lah. No, not do the bad.
You can tell whether you are human or not. If you cannot keep the 5 precepts, then you are not human.
Yeah, that is depend on us, which we want to choose, Ajahn. So
yes, the Buddha says it's your karma that will decide for you what you will be.
Yeah, we can choose because the precept is we choose want to do or not, or to break.
Well, sometimes if you don't have the proper knowledge, you might not know that you can choose. So if you given the knowledge that if you do this is what will happen to you, then you can choose not to do it or to do it. But sometimes people not given this knowledge, so they don't know. They thought it's okay to kill for food, for instance.
Yeah, pity of them. It's so pity of them because they don't know the law of karma and the Dharma.
That's right.
Very pity. So Ajahn, I have a question. If someone has a bad thoughts, but doesn't act on them, such as fantasizing, if I will like this, I will like that, but are the unwholesome thoughts, can it cause the bad karma in mental terms?
Not yet. Bad karma will happen when you actually do it or say something. But it's a starting point, so you have to try to get rid of it before it spread to your action, to your body or your speech action. You should not allow it to exist in your mind. When you have bad thought, you should use mindfulness to stop it, or wisdom telling yourself that this is not a good thought to linger on.
If Ajahn said that is no bad karma, so why people born are like stupid, like how to say,
Being stupid is not
normal
considered
brain,
bad karma. It's not bad karma to be stupid.
like not normally brain, like autism or like I don't know to say, just the disease, the mental disease.
Because their mindfulness ability weakens. If you have strong mindfulness, then you can control your thoughts. You can direct your thoughts. Without mindfulness, then you become like a drunken person.
No, I mean the baby just born and the baby has.
It's not the body, you see. It's the mind. That's the problem. It's the mind that makes people autistic, or not the body.
The mind. So the mind, what the bad karma causes the mind are like
No,
this.
the lack of mindfulness.
In the past life.
Yeah.
So the human born like this.
You can take drugs, take alcohol to the point where you no longer have any mindfulness.
Not because on unwholesome thoughts, not because.
No, unwholesome thought because you don't have mindfulness to control anything.
And someone who has mindfulness can be affected by hypnosis, Ajahn, because in Indonesia there are so many hypnotic crimes.
Oh, if you have strong mindfulness, no one can hypnotize you.
But the hypnotist just tapping our shoulder, and the victim will obeys whatever the hypnotist tell him to do, most of which are property losses.
Which means they have very weak mindfulness.
The weak mindfulness.
Yeah.
So the strong mindfulness cannot affected by this.
No.
Yeah. Okay, Ajahn.
Okay. Next, Jalka from Silver Spring, Maryland.
Thank you, Ajahn. I mean, I missed part of the thing because I had to go to another meeting. Thank you for your teaching. Just one issue that I don't know whether you all addressed or not. In the last meeting, there was a question on the Facebook that somebody was saying that what is the meaning of this Buddha touching the ground and after his enlightenment and stuff, and kind of corroborating that with you, and you said that you never heard of it. But I'm actually I have heard about that, and I think this is like this is kind of depicted that once he was on his enlightenment, after his enlightenment, that he wanted the Mother Earth to be the witness. So that's actually what happened, that he touched the ground for the Mother Earth to be the witness that he has been the only singular person who has been liberated. This after his awakening, right after that night. So and that's why you will see, and everybody can see this worldwide, the images of Buddha, this thing that where he's sitting in the meditative posture, but his right hand is touching the ground. And so that actually connects back to the point that was being raised in that question. And so I'm a little bit puzzled that you said that, I have no idea, or said that.
When I say that, I didn't mean that it doesn't exist. It's just that I'm ignorant about it. That's all. I'm not a very what you call knower of many things. I know very little things. I just know mindfulness and wisdom. That's about all that I know. Other things I didn't know. But it doesn't mean what I don't know doesn't exist. I'm not saying this thing doesn't exist. I just tell them that I don't know anything about it. That's all.
Right. But like a lot of times the students actually ask questions that they already know the answer of, but I think they kind of run it by the teacher so that the teachers get the impression that they're also studying up on their own and such. So
I don't mind. Anybody can say anything or do anything. If I don't know, I just say I don't know. That's all. I'm not ashamed for not knowing everything.
No, but if you say that I never heard of it, it comes out like flippant remark. Like my teacher, my thesis advisor used to say that there is no stupid question, there could be only stupid answers. That's what my professor used to say. So having said that, I think that when some student is actually bringing that up, this thing, they actually know the answer that then is theirs worldwide, as I just stated. So that actually they are kind of running it by you, so that they kind of sense that in the heart, okay, that the teacher actually is also aware of that. So that kind of like a communication with the teacher, so to speak, really. Yeah, that's what actually I have in mind. But yes, I think going back to the singular point that you have been hammering us in for the many years that I've been into is the mindfulness. That is what we don't have that, and we try to acquire that, and that's actually the bottom line and foundation of the practice that we all are trying to striving for. And I think you have been doing that and kind of beseeching us for the longest time really I can remember. And the mindfulness from the moment you get up and that kind of, yes. So I think that the point that I wanted to make I have already made. So thank you very much for your teaching.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, Diana from Wales.
Greetings, Talajan. I was wondering, I know the precept thou shalt not about not killing, but I wondered if you could just clarify what the teaching is on birth control and early abortion, which is very common in the West now.
Birth control and abortion are two separate things. Birth control is prevention, not allowing conception to take place. But once conception start to take place and lives start to exist, when you abort that life, then it's killing. But birth control is not considered to be killing because you're preventing conception.
Right, that's really interesting. Thank you.
Okay. So as Buddhist, you can take birth control, but you cannot do abortion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Kenneth, Professor, are you teaching today?
Good afternoon, Tanajan. Yeah, I had taking an exam earlier, so I was a bit late today.
Okay. Last time you came in and were gone, you didn't have a chance to say hello or anything.
Yeah, for some reason, the last couple of Tuesdays I've been a little bit busy, but it should be good from now on.
Okay.
So I've been listening in the background and just practicing normally, so everything's okay.
Okay. Aroka, where are you now? In the Netherlands?
Yes, I'm in my flat again, and I feel good here.
Your sound today is very echoing. Hard to hear what you
Sorry,
say.
I will try to disconnect some things here. Maybe it get better. Better now?
A little bit better, okay.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, Peter. I have this problem with electronic. I gave up motors and girlfriends, and but I still need electronics. So some troubles will be still there. I know for sure. It's the same from a sailor from Russia. He turned 3 times the world around, and he said, "No motor, no electronics, no ticks, no problems."
Okay. Nothing. When you have nothing, then you have no problem. When you have something, then that something will give you problem.
Simplify. That's the enlightenment. Simplify everything. Giving up we get away with empty hands. So nothing in this hand, nothing in this hand, and nothing here. That's what I'm learning. So I find a place in my meditation where I can only hear kind of tuning, like radio tuning. And I stay there, and from there I can watch my body, whatever happened in the body or in the thoughts, I can feel it, and I can keep there, and I get more and more concentrated, and and anesthesia. The body go completely anesthesia. It's very effective.
Okay. I'm sorry tonight. I can hardly understand what you say because of the sound, your system.
I'm gonna try to make it better. Okay, then later
Okay.
maybe I try again.
Okay, try again.
Really sorry.
Okay, sorry. Next, Sulan from Singapore. Your donation has been received. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Ajahn. Wishing you happy birthday. Yeah. How are you, Ajahn?
Happy. What else can you be if not happy? Why should you be sad?
No.
It's your defilement that's making you sad. Once you have no defilement, then there will be no sadness. There will only be happiness all the time.
Oh, that's good. I feel happy for you too, Ajahn. I think I have a question also. So it's recently I have also spoken to some of my friends who that came back from a retreat. Then he was sharing with me about how he noticed that like his mind sometimes will play like those music playlists like suddenly in his head while he's like doing while he's trying to concentrate. So in this manner, like when the mind will actually do what it wants to, and then like for example wondering to think of music, or like sometimes the body will feel pain somewhere. So you're sharing that in this sense, it's also a sign of non-self. Yeah. So
it's a sign of no mindfulness.
no mindfulness.
Yeah, no mindfulness. Because with mindfulness you can control to a certain extent your thoughts, your mind. But without mindfulness, then you blame it on anatta, and you don't do anything. When you don't do anything, then your defilement will just keep ruining your mind.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So this is not the anatta that we're looking for. The only anatta comes after you have full mindfulness. Then you know there's a certain limit that you cannot do. Then that's anatta. But there are some limit. There are something that you can do with mindfulness.
Okay. Yeah. Because after the conversation, the conversation also lingered in my mind, and I'm trying to comprehend what it means. Yeah, and trying to compare with my own experience, whereby sometimes, like when I was waiting at the traffic light, then my hand will subconsciously just reach out to press the button. Yeah. Then I'll catch that my hand just subconsciously reach out to press a button when I didn't really ask it to do so.
Actually, because you don't have mindfulness, you're not aware that your mind is telling the body to move already.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If you have mindfulness, then you will know ahead of time that your mind is telling your body to do something.
So that also applies for like itching, right? For example.
Yes, itching, scratching, but itching is anatta. Itching is something that produced by the body, but scratching is the mind telling the body to scratch. That is not anatta.
Oh, okay. Itching.
You can stop scratching, but you cannot stop itching.
Oh, yes. That's a difference there.
Okay, you cannot stop painful feeling, for instance, but if you can still move your body, you can move your body to alleviate the pain. But there's a certain point in which even if you move the body and you cannot stop the pain, then that's anatta. Then you will have to accept that pain because there's nothing else you can do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I will play back this segment to further deepen my understanding.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Ajahn.
All right. Back to Aroka again. Do you want to come back and talk, Aroka? You still have the same problem.
Now is now better.
Oh, yeah, sound better now.
Okay, it was my Facebook was open. I closed it, but still he was somewhere open. Okay, thank you for your patience, teacher. Well, I was telling you that I find back my mindfulness, and because the reason is because I gave up everything. I just stay here, and it's hard to give all at once. But yeah, I heard if other people don't understand, it's none of my problem. I keep it. I keep it not aggressive, but I just don't pick up the phone calls and everything. And other thing is also other. I think more what to do. I know what to do. I was there once, and I know the way. More than once. Now I know the way. What I want to check out is that is correctly. I find a place where we hear some kind of tuning in the. But when I stay there, I can observe. Then I can really only observe my. Then I put focus wherever I want, or I observe my breathing. If I feel pain, then I say, okay, that's pain. But I can almost see everything at the same time. And there I get very, I'll say, the body go on anesthesia total. Is that correct?
Can you repeat the question again?
I put my focus or my mind in a place where I'm like a tunnel with some like a radio, very very subtle. It's not a peeping. It's very subtle. There is some sound, there, some kind of sound, and from there I can just observe the rest. Observe my body. If I put focus on breathing, then I can just observe. And by if there's coming pain, I observe it, and then I say, okay, it's pain, or stomach too cramp or hunger, something. I say, okay, I know it, and I put back to breathing. And what's happened is that all the body go anesthesia, sleeping. Is that the end is the space, the space that I'm looking for?
Professor, can you translate for me? Cannot. Huh? Yeah, it's very hard to understand what you're saying. So
okay.
we have to try again next.
I feel my mindfulness is back, and my upeka is back.
Okay, good.
I think I'm in the right direction, and I am only doing that. Yesterday was 3 hours. I could stay sitting, so I'm back in my. It's very important for me to stay for many hours. Then I can. The body gonna, I say, is living, but the mind not. I don't feel more my lips, I don't feel my nose, I don't feel anything. Is that correct?
Not be able to feel your body when you meditate. Yeah, when you meditate, you want to leave the body temporarily, so you don't feel anything about the body. That's correct.
Thank you. That's how what I'm doing now, and the
Yeah.
reason is because I gave up everything, because I realized we get away with empty hands, and but nothing in the hands, but also nothing here. That's the best, right?
That's right. Eventually, you and the body has to be separated, and you only take with you what you can from your practice, but you cannot take the material things with you when you leave the body. Okay.
I still want to watch the World Cup football, teacher. Is that wrong? It
You
makes
still
me chill.
you still want to what?
To watch the World Cup football. I want to see
Football.
Brazil winning.
I see.
Yeah.
This is sensual pleasure. This is sensual pleasure.
Okay.
This will cause you to come back and watch many more in your future life.
Oh, all right. Well, I try to put the jhanas ahead other pleasures. That's what I understood from Buddha.
Yes, you
But
have to
it
replace everything with jhana. Instead of seeking pleasure from everything, seeking pleasure from jhana. Then you don't have to come back to this world in your future life. Okay?
Okay, I'm just sharing with you the truth. That's true in my heart. I already know that. I knew that, but I'm not there yet. But I'm going to that direction, and that's what
Okay.
is very serious. I don't know when I die.
Hope you get there soon, okay? Okay. Next, Taiwan, Eugene. You've been away for a few weeks. Okay, go ahead, Eugene.
In earlier conversation, we knew mindfulness is a very important point for a practitioner. Many people learn 3 Pitaka knowledge and Abhidhamma, but cannot make them have power to face all inner negative emotions. Now, the most important thing is face our mind and having mindfulness. My question is, in this modern time, the message is more than 100 years ago, or even more than 30 years ago. Not only worldly knowledge, but also Dhamma teachings and the meditation skills is more and more. How could we protect our mind, stop attached by many meditation skill and the Dhamma information? Or just close computer, close our door is the best way?
How to protect your mind from what?
How to protect our mind from so many meditation skills, Dhamma information.
You don't need to protect your mind from Dhamma meditation skill. You need them. What do you want to protect them from?
Too many skills.
Oh, you have to choose the right one for you. So you just have to choose the right one. The one that will make your mind calm and under control. Many teachers taught many different ways of developing mindfulness. But the goal is to be able to control your mind, to control your defilements. Okay?
So more information is better for us.
Can be confusing. The So you have to know to be able to differentiate which is the right information and which is the wrong information. The best way is stick to the suttas, then you get the right information.
The
The
best way.
suttas taught by the Buddha, or any other teaching relating to the suttas.
Uh-huh. So how could we compare our mind, for example, every day 1 hour on Facebook to search the Dhamma information, listening, Dhamma talking, then another hours to do the mindfulness practice is better?
Well, you have to do a lot of practice before you can really achieve any result. So try to study as little as possible and do more practice. Once you know how to develop mindfulness, then keep developing mindfulness until you get the result from your practice. Don't study any more than that. Just study how to develop mindfulness.
So 1 hour to reading the sutra or biography of Kupa Ajahn, having half hour to listen the Dhamma talking, then the half hour to do the daily meditation mindfulness practice, is it enough? Oh, I mean, other times we also keep the chanting Bhutto Bhutto, but we use this to be a routine every day 2 hours. Is this suitable for us? Reading if we use 2 hours to improve Dhamma teaching and the meditation skill, a half hour to listening, half hour reading, and 1 hour meditation, mindfulness. Is it good?
No, just mindfulness all the time. Better. No reading, no study. If you are practicing mindfulness, you don't need to study anything. You can wait until you get the result from mindfulness. When you get equanimity, then you can start to study about the 3 characteristics of existence. That's all you need to do. First, mindfulness. Once you get mindfulness, you get equanimity, then you start to study wisdom, 3 characteristics of existence. Study the 4 noble truths. That's all you need to study.
Because when I want to read a sutra, sometimes it might be an excuse, lazy, or I have to do the mindfulness, so I don't need to read more sutra. So I have this kind of problem.
It's up to you what you want to do. I just told you what you should do.
Okay. I will continue try my best to practice. Thank you.
Okay. Lillian from Bangkok. Next, Lillian.
Good evening, Ajahn. No questions today. Just want to get positive energy from the group again.
Or negative energy, whichever the case.
It's mostly positive though. I think I can even control the breath really well when listening to the talks as well. When listening to the discussion, it's really good.
Good, okay.
Yep. Thank you.
Next, Bruce Lee from Indonesia.
Evening, Ajahn. I don't have any question. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Mandy, do you want to speak again? Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Ajahn. In meditation, what jhana are you in if the chime of the bell can disturb you still? If you
not any jhana at all.
No jhana at all, you're not.
Yeah, just approaching.
Okay.
You have to be concentrated with your breath or your meditation object. And when the bell rings, it doesn't disturb you. Then you are. But if you're disturbed, it still means you're not fully concentrated with your meditation object. you're not even yet reaching the first jhana yet.
Okay.
But this is not something you should worry about, whether you're in first, second, third, or fourth. Just keep watching your meditation object. Whether you want to use the breath or mantra, just stick to that thing. And then when you become so focused, then everything around you will seem to be far away from you.
Okay.
It's like as if you're walking inside into a cave. Then the thing outside the cave will start to be move away further away from you. When you feel when you go deeper into your mind. That's what you want to do. Go deep inside, away from your body, away from the sensual objects. So just keep focusing. Just keep watching your breath. If you're using the breath, if you use the mantra, just keep reciting the mantra.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I think that's about all for the participant in the room. So we go to Facebook now for more questions.
Yes, there are 13 questions from Facebook, Ajahn. The first question from Po Liang Soon. I used to washing the breath from the tip of the nose. Can I change it to washing the abdomen, rising and falling? Or maybe I should put more concentration. Thank you.
Whichever point that you find that you can focus better, you can choose. But once you choose, you should not keep changing back and forth in the same session of your meditation. When you start meditating, if you're watching your abdomen, just stick with the watching of your abdomen until you finish with your meditation. Don't switch back and forth.
Next question from Tae Ing Loon. Dear Pante, how should a person learn the Dhamma for his own benefit instead of learning all the sutta by not knowing when to apply the Dhamma? How do I approach the Dhamma teaching in the correct way? Thank you.
Well, you have to learn the basic of Buddhism. What the Buddha teaches us. The Buddha teaches us to practice dana, sila, and pavana. So just learn what dana is, what sila is, and what pavana is. Once you know, then you just do the practice. Give to charity when you can afford, when you have more than you need. Share with other people of your choice. And keep the precept, don't hurt other people. And try to meditate as much as possible by developing mindfulness all the time, as much as possible. And if you can, then you study the nature of everything around you and yourself, that everything is just anicca, anatta. Anicca is not permanent, temporary. Anatta, something you cannot make it permanent. And if you want them to be permanent, then you will get suffering or stress. This is all that you need to study and practice. Okay.
Next question from Tae Ing Hwa. Ajahn, does a dog has 5 aggregates: body form, feeling, perception, thinking, and consciousness?
Yes, they have eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body. So they have the 5 aggregates.
There are 2 questions from Jitta. Dear Ajahn, bowing to you, happy birthday tomorrow. 2 questions, and the first question is, when I visit the Wax Museum in the Wat Yan Monastery, I saw the introduction of some master mention the Dhammayut order. I searched online, so there are 2 orders of Theravada. One is the Dhammayut order, the other one is the Mahanikaya order. So how do I identify the order of the monastery? As for Wat Yan, I assume it is the Dhammayut order, as it is a royal monastery. Is that correct?
Yes, there are 2 orders. The Mahayut is a smaller order. They came after the big order, the Mahanikai order. Originally, there was only one order in Thailand, Buddhism, Theravada, which is the Mahanikaya. And during the time of the King Rama IV, he found that the Mahanikaya monks not practicing according to the teaching of the Buddha. So he had no faith in them, but he wanted to ordain as a monk. So he found that there are some monks from Burma who are strict with the monastic codes. So he followed the teaching and form a new order, being more strict with the monastic code than the Mahanikaya. So what was the question? How to identify? You have to go and ask the monastery what order are you in, because there's nothing distinct to see by just appearance. You cannot tell a monk whether he's a Mahanikaya or a Dhamma by just appearance. You have to identify them by asking them, are you a Mahanikaya or a Dhamma? The two differences in Mahanikaya and Dhamma is Dhamma monk usually would not accept money or carry money with them. But with Mahanikaya monk, they can carry money, put in their pocket, buy cigarettes, buy anything they want. This is Mahanikaya monks. With Dhamma monk, usually the money has to be kept with a lay person. If a Dhamma monk wants to go on a bus, and he has to have someone to pay for the bus fare. He cannot just carry the bus fare with him and pay it himself. So this is one difference. And also some of the things that are allowed to have during the afternoon. Mahanikaya consider milk to be a refreshment that you can drink. But Dhamma man consider milk as food. You cannot take them after midday. So these are the two major differences between the two order. And there are some other practices which is not more the strict, which is not is whether more strict or not strict. That's all the other practices, like attending the Patimokkha. Normally monks has to attend twice a month a meeting to recite the Patimokkha, which is the monastic code. But some Mahanikaya would sometimes they wouldn't do it. They might only do it during the Lent period, something like that. So, but they still follow the same principle, the teaching and everything, the monastic code, same monastic code and everything else. It's just the enforcement of this code that is lacking between the two orders. Okay.
And the second question from Chitta is, when I practice meditation in Khao Chi-on mountain, I was told in the first day that there is python or crabba in the jungle which can eat the young deer like my side. I saw two small beautiful snakes, but I did not really see any crabba. However, frankly speaking, in the first few days, when I was sitting on the platform, this unseen delusion of a crabba, which is behind me, opening its big mouth to try to take me as its dinner, really stopped me from entering into the deep meditation. Finally, I found a way to face and overcome this unseen fear and realized that those kinds of challenge in the jungle are what you have to go through in the Thai forest lineage. You can never imagine and experience them in your comfort city or at home. Now I reflect on this, just wondering, in case if I do encounter the crabba in the jungle, how do I respond then? Keep still or run away while keeping mindfulness? Thank you.
You'll know it when you meet the cobra. Ideally, is to keep still, but whether you can do that or not, that's another question. Ideally, just continue on sitting and not reacting. But whether you can actually do that, that's what you have to find out for yourself. Okay.
And then 9 questions from the polling soon. The first question is, as I know meditation is to make the mind calm and not thinking of wrong view, but I still has a great wanting to achieve something better, so it wouldn't be progress for me. So how to manage it in the right way of practice?
Yes, you have to teach yourself that there is nothing greater than the practice of following the teaching of the Buddha. Everything else is compared to the practice. They are all useless for you. What is really useful for you is the practice of the Dhamma. That's all. You have to convince yourself of this. Then you can stop and do other things.
Second question is, what is the purpose of retreat for the mind?
The purpose of retreat is to get the mind into a place where it is not attacked by sensual objects. Because when the mind is attacked by the sensual objects, the defilements start to come out. But when there are no sensual objects, then the defilement will have no reason to come out, to cause you dukkha.
Next question, why bad dreams hurt me? I know it is not true, but it is frightening and I cry in the dream. Can Ajahn advise how to prevent it in the dream? Thank you.
You can prevent it by stop doing bad karma, because bad dreams are created by bad karma. Do good karma, then you will have good dreams.
Next question. I used to have the progress of concentration. Why do I lose it now?
Because you don't continue practicing mindfulness.
Next question. In Buddhism, can any Ajahn be able to see the future trouble incident?
I don't know. You have to go ask them yourself.
Next question. By practicing concentration, can it make us be more mindful after sitting?
Yes, but after a while, if you don't continue concentrating, then your mindfulness will disappear. You have to constantly be concentrating, focusing on your body or on a mantra to maintain mindfulness.
Next question. In the aspect of wisdom, what are the consequences of long practicing?
Wrong practicing?
Yes.
Then you become attacked by your stress, by your suffering. In right practice, then you'll be free from suffering.
Next question. Should meditation practice be taught by a monk and a lay person?
It's not a monk or a lay person. It has to be taught by an enlightened person.
And should the teaching be taught and guided on regular basis?
It depends on the student. So if the student doesn't want to be guided, how can a teacher guide somebody who doesn't want to be guided? So it's up to the student to always seek for guidance. Teacher don't come around and try to guide you without your permission.
And the last question from IE. Namaskaraท่านอาจารย์ Can a monk who has attained enlightenment have ability to give different answer to each person according to each person's ability to understand the Dhamma, even though they have the same question? Thank you.
Well, the goal is to enlighten the listener, the questioner. So whichever method that will make the person understand, then a teacher will use that method. So it might be different. That's all?
That's all, ท่านอาจารย์
Okay. Looks like that's about all the time we have for tonight. Unless somebody has some pressing question would like to ask. If not, I think we'll call this meeting to an end. Thank you very much for your participation. I hope this meeting has helped you to understand the teaching better and help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
สาธุเจ้าค่ะ
Thank you พระอาจารย์สาธุ
Sadhu. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanajan.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you, Amin.
Thank you คุณเอมิน
บ๊ายบาย
Thank you Thank you คุณลัก Thank you คุณนก
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye
บ๊ายบาย